What's up y'all, it's your girl Fuzz, and for today I'm going to show you the best strat to get through Skull Cave and getting to level 100 in one night. Let's get into it. On this save, it is the first time that I'm visiting Skull Cave, so I'll show you everything that I use to get through the Skull Cave and to get to level 100. So the first thing that is really important is to bring along food. There are two types of food. One is purely just to increase your health and energy when they're low, and the other one not only increases your health and energy but can also give you buffs. In this playthrough, I only brought along food that increased my health and energy, but I'll mention another dish that I found in the Skull Cave that can give you a buff and help with health and energy. I purely relied on cheese. Cheese is super easy to make and can be crafted with either milk or goat milk. It is highly suggested grabbing either normal cheese from regular milk or goat cheese from large milk when your goats and your cows have been on your farm for long enough. This is just regular food that I use to heal up, but I would also recommend getting some spicy eel, which not only increases your health and your energy, but can give you a +1 speed buff in the caves. I had found them in the Skull Cave from the Flying Serpent while fighting the Skull Cave. Or if you have any spare rubies, there is a desert trader that will trade you a spicy eel for 1 ruby. Next up, you want to make sure that you have at least a gold pickaxe. There is nothing worse than standing in the caves hitting some rocks when there's enemies all around, so be sure to have at least a gold pickaxe. Next up is coffee. They're super easy to make, and if you have garden plots which are available, you can plant those coffee beans indoors. Garden plots are available by Evelyn by getting 2 hearts with her, and the next morning she'll show up on your farm with a garden plot and the recipe to make them. You can either turn 5 coffee beans into a coffee through a keg that will give you +1 speed for 1 minute and 23 seconds, or it is suggested to go to the Stardrop Saloon and talk to Gus for a recipe of a triple shot espresso, which turns 3 coffees into a triple shot espresso, and this will give you +1 speed for 4 minutes and 12 seconds. A cool tip is that you can have 1 meal and 1 drink, and the buffs from either will both affect at the same time, so you can have 1 coffee and 1 spicy eel and you get 2+ speed. The next thing you want to bring is bombs. Lots of bombs. There are 3 types of bombs. There are cherry bombs that have a radius of 3 blocks either way. You have normal bombs that have a radius of 5 tiles either way. And you have mega bombs that have a radius of 6 to 8 tiles. Gosh darn it, breaking my floors, my bad. You'll need heaps, believe me. There are 2 ways that you can get more bombs. One way is just to go straight to the mines, head straight east past this wall, and you'll meet the dwarf who sells all the bombs. They're quite expensive, being 300 gold, 600 gold, and 1,000 golds each respectively, so either bring yourself a big wallet or farm the items needed. Need heaps of copper for your cherry bombs? Go to floor 20 and head down to level 21 and mine the copper here. Either climb down if you found the ladder, or head out of the cave floor and go back to floor 20 to reset the room. You can find plenty of copper doing this strat. Use this same strat for iron on level 40 for normal bombs and level 80 for gold ore for mega bombs. You can use the floors after level 90 for solar and void essence for the mega bombs as well. In my playthrough I had a lot of money, so I just decided to buy them outright. The next thing, which is optional but definitely can help, is a warp totem back to your farm. It's so that you can stay in the Skull Cave as long as you can, and then at the last moment you can teleport back home. The warp totem for your farm is unlocked at foraging level 8 and requires 1 hardwood, 1 honey, and 20 fiber. I would highly suggest using this so that you can stay in the cave for as long as you can. And that's pretty much everything I brought to the Skull Cave. You can bring more food and more resources if you'd like, but I'll show you exactly how I got through the Skull Cave and got to level 100 with just these resources. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying the video, why not leave a like? It greatly supports the channel. And if you want to see more Stardew Valley videos, why not consider subscribing? If you have any questions in regards to this video, or if there's other videos that you want to see on the channel, why not comment down below and you'll see a comment from me. A good point is to check the TV in the morning. If the spirits are very happy or in a good humor, you're good to go, as your luck will likely be on your side. I brought along 16 gold quality cheese, 33 cherry bombs, 33 regular bombs, and 78 mega bombs. I kinda went overboard by bringing along 78 mega bombs, so be sure to bring around 30 or 40 for your Skull Cave. The most important rule to get to level 100 as fast as possible is try not to go out of your way to pick up the resources found in the cave. Yes, it is important to collect them on the way, but believe me, you'll want to find the ladders and descend as fast as possible. So use your bombs as often as you can and try to rarely use your pickaxe. Yes, surprisingly, I rarely use my pickaxe unless I felt it was necessary. Find the ladders to descend or jump down holes. Holes have a chance to descend you from 3 to 15 floors down. You do, however, take damage from your fall, and that is 3 times the amount of floors you've fallen. So if you've fallen 3 floors, you will take 3 times the amount of damage, so that's 9 health you'll take in total. Avoid fighting if possible. Only fight if you really feel the need to. I avoided fighting until I needed to bounce the enemies off of me. After around level 30, iridium geodes are more common on every floor, so keep that in mind. I did, however, use 297 stone to craft 3 staircases in the cave. If you do have a lot of stone and you want to bring those staircases along, they definitely can be helpful, especially if you can't find a ladder or a hole, or if you find an area that's infested. An infested area, the only way to get through is by killing all the enemies, and that takes a lot of time, so definitely use a staircase in those levels. In my experience, I did have a lot of flying serpents that I killed, and they do have a chance to drop spicy eel, which does give you +1 speed. So if you're a little low on health and energy and want a bit more speed on top of your espresso or your coffee, definitely eat one of these. Because a coffee and a spicy eel will give you +2 speed, so you'll be zoom zoom through the caves. Time in the Skull Cave is slower than experiencing time in Stardew Valley normally. 1 hour in-game takes 42 seconds in real time, whereas 1 hour in the Skull Cave is 54 seconds in real time, meaning you have a little bit of a time advantage in the Skull Cave. I limited myself to around 2 to 3 bombs per level, and obviously opted for the holes to descend down instead of the ladders. I used the mega bombs where there are a lot of rocks in a bunch, and obviously used the cherry bombs and normal bombs for rock patches that were a little smaller. I had accidentally forgotten to drink coffee until around level 10, and this lasted me for most of Skull Cave. Collect resources as you go. Rocks were more important to me earlier on, so that I can craft a staircase and have it ready for rooms that were proving to be difficult. I would recommend having a staircase in your hotbar just in case there is a difficult room or you do end up in a room that is infested. The earlier you find the hole or the ladder, the better, but I use this as an advantage to pick up random resources before descending down. Otherwise, if it is proving to be difficult, just jump down and continue using your bombs. And finally, I reached level 100 and I was getting there at around 12:30 in the morning. I decided to stay back a bit and teleported to my farm at around 1:30 to make sure I was in bed on time. In this playthrough, I used 8 golden cheeses to heal myself, 1 espresso, and 1 spicy eel that I picked up from the flying serpent in the cave that not only increased my health and energy but also gave me speed. I used 33 cherry bombs, 35 regular bombs, and 27 mega bombs. Which, if you'd like to bring along, it is either 57,900 gold if you're buying them from the dwarf, or you'll need the resources of 132 copper ore, 132 iron ore, 132 gold ore, 66 coal, 27 void essence, and 27 solar essence. Like I mentioned before, I did use 297 rocks to make 3 staircases, but I found these rocks in the cave. This is optional and sometimes it is highly recommended, so it depends on what kind of playthrough you want. So if you've got some spare stone, why not bring them along and make some staircases? For the next day, I decided to break the 39 Omni Geodes that I found in the Skull Cave for resources to craft more bombs and for iridium ore. When going through the Skull Cave, I did find 78 iridium ore that I didn't go out of my way for, so if you are interested in getting more iridium ore, I do recommend using more of your bombs to get your resources. I decided to do Skull Cave again, but this time with my luck being neutral, so I was pushing my luck, but I'll show you how well I went. I did the same strat. This time I brought along 12 golden cheeses, 34 cherry bombs, 33 normal bombs, and 49 mega bombs. Using the same strat, I decided to use less of my pickaxe and more of the bombs. I did also find a lot of holes, which was definitely saving me some time instead of going down ladders. And I made it to level 100 by 12 AM, which was crazy. In total, I used 1 espresso, 1 spicy eel from one of the flying serpents that I killed, 6 gold cheeses, 34 of my cherry bombs, 33 of my normal bomb, and 16 mega bombs. I also made 1 staircase out of 99 stone I found in the Skull Cave, and that was used when I encountered an infested area. I think it was really crazy to find as many staircases and holes that I found on a neutral day, because luck can determine how quickly you'll find the staircase or the hole. Just be sure to use your bombs when going through the Skull Cave, if not all of them, because using a gold pickaxe may take you some time to break those rocks in the Skull Cave. So just keep in mind that you'll be using your bombs way more than using your pickaxe in the Skull Cave, and you'll get to level 100 before you know it. Be sure to eat the cheeses when you're low on health or energy, and use a coffee or espresso, depending on which one is available, to speed you up so you can place your bombs down. I would place down a bomb, walk away, see if there's anything that will disturb me, and if not, I put another bomb down. So be sure to be prepared with your bombs for the Skull Cave by either crafting a whole bunch of them or buying them from the dwarf. And that is all for today's video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment it down below. And if you want to see me live, I'm on twitch.tv/Fuzzerino. I will see you next time. Thank you so much, guys. Do take care of yourselves.